1IFF M0CRY mobile. Yeah, that's I'll pick the little van symbol. You can actually select the type of beacon you send out. I thought it'd be appropriate for me to send out the van, so that's what I do. Although I'm in the car, I can change it from the car. Right, Rob, to disappear. I'm going to pass it back round to Martin. Good morning to you, and I'm going to go and have a quick look at this job, and I'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes is all I need to fix this one, because I'm good at the job. 3, catch you in a minute. G7WIR to take, M0CRY mobile in the group.
Just in a minute there, Rob.
Right.
Yeah, G7WIR to E1IFF.
WIR, yeah. Morning, Bob. Morning, Sandra in the background. Got a QSY back to the washing machine shortly, Bob. I'm catching up on washing this morning. It's a big pile nearly touching the ceiling at the moment. I need to get it all straight. Got a busy couple of days coming up. Lots of travelling around for the next couple of days. I need to get sorted out. I trust you well. Yeah, I looked on there myself and it showed me in various different places. Sometimes it doesn't update straight away on that map. I think it takes a while to go through the system before it shows you on there, and also the GPS might not use on the handhelds. I think where you're sitting in the car, sometimes the GPS is a little bit hit and miss and it don't quite pick the satellites up, so you might find now and again it's dropped the signal and it's not showing it on there. Probably find when you look on there it jumps around a little bit sometimes. I can't remember, I'm trying to think when we last used the repeater yesterday, when it would have shown a position. I don't know where it was, maybe you can tell me where it was when you looked on there. 31IFF G7WIR.
Well, I've got you on there, round the Altonton area, not far from the Altonton area, about 12:30. I don't know if that was about right there. Would it be Martin over?
Yeah, it probably would have been actually, yeah, and then I think Rob was over the other side of Croydon and he was struggling to get in, so I think we ended up abandoning it. He went into another job and I just made my way over to where he was in the end, I think. But yeah, it probably was the last couple of overs that I had with local before I sort of went away. Orpington Petswood area, but I think the repeater died as well yesterday. It went off air again yesterday when we was using it. It fell over, so that would be another reason why it looked like I just dropped off the edge of the world. I think you said as well that it had disappeared. I think while we was using it, it died, so I think it's got an issue. I'm not sure exactly what the score is, but it did it again this morning. We was using it and it fell apart, fell over, so I think with this weather it's getting on. There you go. Maybe I talk too much, Bob. What do you reckon? G7WIR.
G7WIR to E1IFF, yeah. He might overeat and bird itself out or something like that. It was all right the other week though, wasn't it? It worked for months and months. As soon as I get a radio, it starts going wrong. I don't know. Everything does that. As soon as I get something, the thing we're using goes wrong. It's been up. That repeater has been on for the last couple of years, isn't it? Or 3 years, and I've never seen it off. As soon as I get a radio, it goes off. So that's always the way there, Martin, isn't it? Yeah, I couldn't find Rob on there yesterday, but I did see you on there, but Rob couldn't have been putting out much of a signal. But I followed him the other day on there, when he was on there the other day. I see, I found a couple other stations on there though, local ones over.
Yeah, and you look up the call signs and it just shows you when they were last seen. Some of them are a bit out of date now. I hadn't used mine for quite a while. Last time I looked on there, before recently when I started using the radio again, the last time I looked on there, I think it showed me on the M25 around sort of Godstone, Clackett Lane area, and a fair bit of time travelling that bit of the motorway. part of the job. I end up sort of down that neck of the woods quite a bit, so I'm sort of down on that stretch a lot, and I think that the last time I called through, I think I only called through the repeater and there was no answer, but obviously with it pulled the position and showed me on there, so I think that was where it had me on the map for quite a few months, and then I hadn't used it for a while and it just left me on the map down there somewhere. But it's only recently I've used it again and it's sort of updated it now, so it's sort of back in the local area again now. So it varies, you type in different call signs and you'll see when they last, where they were, but it's not necessarily yesterday, it might be like weeks and weeks ago, depending on when they last had the GPS switched on the radio. Quite clever. I think the other thing is use a simplex channel. If you just talk normal simplex and you've got the GPS switched on, you can actually change the display on the radio to a compass thing. And when the other radio, the person you're talking to transmits with their coordinates, I think if I'm right, your compass on the display of the radio shows how far away they are and the direction they are. We've not fully tried it yet, we need to try it out sometime and see how well it works, but I think that's what it does anyway, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So it's quite clever. I mean, that won't show you on a map on the internet because that'll only ever work if you're on a gateway. But if you're on a simplex channel and you're working both together with GPS switched on, I think it actually shows you the position of the person that you're talking to and how far away they are and what direction they're in. So it's quite clever. There's a lot it can do. There's a lot I don't understand. I've not used it a lot myself actually. There's a lot of things it can do. Some of it's a bit complicated. I'm still fighting with getting the call signs in the radio so that it actually works through the repeaters because it keeps playing up. So every time I go to use it, it don't open the repeater for some reason. 2E1IFF G7WIR.
Services that goodbye. Why have you spent years abusing it, pulling it down to the ground? Yeah, Martin, yeah. I say, wasn't there another thing we used to use years ago? I remember Arthur giving me a CD with a load of maps on, and I used to use it on my computer with an interface. I used to pick them up like that on there. Like, see the motors going round, the cars. I don't know what that was now. I forgot what it was. I know you have an interface with it. Yeah, back to you there, Martin. G7WYR 2E1IFF.
Well said, Martin.
G7WIR.
People listening, can you not answer that question? If you can't answer it, Martin, then obviously you're jamming up the repeater. Listening, let you know, Martin, yeah, that day I went in the MG, told me all about Rob and all this, that he's an idiot. I don't know why he does it. It's for you know what he's like. And I told you that when Gary robbed for the first time at the Cray Valley radio event, Rob actually pulled Gary aside with Bill Nair and explained to Gary and influenced him. He's only doing half the jamming, you're doing all the rest. Don't worry about who his mates are, but that's a fact, and you know it. G1HIAG will tell the truth and never lie.
So, I don't know why you got to keep bringing things up like that. Can't see why I don't let the past lie. I don't know why you hate Rob. I think Rob's such a nice bloke, that's why. I think the trouble is you're a bit jealous of him, that's why he's such a nice man, that's why you always want to go at him.
Right. Well, what possessed him for Martin to get involved to build websites? It's like my family often put pictures up there of my missus with a black eye. The domain name GB3LK before we'd even come on air. Not only that, he bought my missus' domain name. No, that's why the guy's got harassment order shoved on him. And Martin would do anything he can to protect his mate, because he hasn't got many mates that will come on here and use the repeater. If you remember that, eh? And I remember meeting Mr. James as well, UJA, a few years ago. Can understand why you can't speak up for yourself. So what else did he say? I don't understand why Rob does what he does. The same, really. Lied about being tied with the same brush. What's the other thing he said? Guilt by association, that's what he feels. It's his own words.
Mine ain't a jammer. I can't see, I don't... Well, what about all the rubbish they put on the website about me in? All my pictures on there and all that.
The picture was taken originally by club, the Swansea club. You let them take it, and unfortunately you become a bit of a laugh, what it is. But I'm just giving you a matter of fact. I've spent a fortune on these repeaters and made them for everybody. You two come on here, or you three, and take it over as if you own it. You don't own it, I own it. And I control what it does. Don't want it on, it won't be on. If it doesn't get used because the likes of you are on here, make it difficult, it won't be here, turned off. Costing me money to keep it there. And to hear all the history of what's gone on, which will never go away.
You still there, Martin?
Martin, come back and defend yourself. Got some more here for you.